Welcome back to Warrior Athletic Field in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the stakes are as high as they've been all season. After a great semifinals round where the number 2 seed UNOH beat the number 3 seed Aquinas in overtime after a 95th minute winner from Mark Skelton. What a game that must have been. They now have set up the rematch here of just little over 2 weeks ago from March 30th, where Luke Jones scored the 1-0 winner here in the first half. And they've set up a great WHAC tournament final matchup here in Fort Wayne. The number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed. Both sides have really been the best in the WHAC so far. And the first matchup was a very competitive and very tight game, and this one will definitely mirror that. As the players walk out, Indiana Tech looking to make it back-to-back years of winning both the regular season championship and the WHAC tournament. As we have a great turnout of fans here today, especially UNOH racer fans. Not too far of a drive, just under 2 hours, and on a nice 50-degree low wind day like this, it's a perfect time to come out and support a great match. As the players come out and line up for the UNOH racers, the starting lineup is the captain, number 6, Luka Pekovic, in net. Number 1, Mark McMillan. You have number 4, Nick Bygre. Number 7, Devin Morgan. Number 8, Adam Hansen. Number 9, Ivan Tadic. Number 10, Kareem Juini. Number 14, Mark Skelton, the scorer of that winning goal in the semifinal to send them here today. Number 15, Thierry Hamadou. Number 16, Mark McCauley. Number 18, Thomas Echevarria. And number 20, I believe that's 21, Lucas Vasquez. And for your Indiana Tech Warriors at the back, number 5, the WHAC Defensive Player of the Year, Will Harris, the sophomore from England. In net, the senior from East Chicago, Indiana, Edwin Rosado. The freshman, number 2, Jonas Kallman. Number 3, Jaime Tenorio. Number 4, Scott McCarthy. Number 7, Noe Garcia, who will be looking for his 18th goal and potentially more on the season, as he's the WHAC Offensive Player of the Year, and I'm sure Coach Dunn will be looking for a great performance from his star player up top today. You also have number 8, Brendan Sidaway. Number 9, Luke Jones. Number 18, Jackson Simmerman. Number 24, Pep Cassis. And finally, rounding out the final spot in the lineup is number 25, Maxwell Amoko, who leads the WHAC in assists this season with 10. He's been a great provider for many of those goals up top from Noe Garcia, Luke Jones. Even Cassis and Simmerman in that midfield have been getting involved. As we are just a minute or so away from the national anthem here. Both teams enter in their final huddle here for the WHAC tournament. Some last-minute preparations and motivation for both sides, as we surely will have a great game today. Almost perfect weather, not too hot, not too cold. Both teams very hungry to come out here and lift a trophy. Tech has the bragging rights this season as the #1 seed, defeated UNOH on March 30th 1-0 after a Luke Jones, a wonderful goal, a left-footed curler on this right-sided goal past McMillan. It was the lone goal of the day. Remember, UNOH sat back, had a lot of free kick opportunities that Devin Morgan, the right back, took, just could not capitalize on one. But in a championship game like this, all of that goes out the window. All it takes is one goal today. Does not matter how it goes in. Could send you all the way to glory, and both sides will definitely be looking for that as Cassis stands over the middle here to get us underway in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Warrior Athletic Field. The #1 seed versus the #2 seed. The best of the WHAC, as Will Harris will pump it up the field and get us underway. As Jones will get his first touch of the match on this near side. #9, Ivan Tadic, will definitely have a great matchup with his counterpart, #9, Luke Jones, on this right wing, left back side. As McCarthy picks up the ball for his first touch of the match. Sidaway as well, who has been a great part of the success so far in this tournament. A 5-0 win in the first round versus Rochester and a 4-0 win over Cornerstone in the second round. Sidaway has really been the heartbeat of the team in the middle, allowing for guys like Zimmerman, Cassis, Amoko, Jones, and Garcia forward to not have to worry so much about defending and provide them with so many great chances to possess the ball in the attack in third, as UNOH have their first spell of possession here under the captain Pekovic. But Zimmerman there to take it, finds Garcia up top. As both sides here trying to find themselves early. Coleman into Garcia. Checks in and finds Jones out wide. Cassis now, bit of a loose touch there, and Pekovic is able to pick him off. Find Jewini up top. Jewini now can carry with some space. Elects to find Vasquez out wide. Into Vasquez here with Tadic in support. Elects for Pekovic, who will spray all the way wide to Morgan on that far side. Despite his defensive position, and definitely does get involved much into the attack. But that racer defense will have to make sure they cover for him if he does get forward. As guys like Amoko and Garcia up top cannot give them too much space. It's the first foul of the game there. We'll reset play as Amoko had played a good ball out wide to Jones. Ref stops play. Over the top here to Amoko as McMillan came out of his net. Did not get on the end of it, but Morgan was able to clean up, and he'll clear up the field. A bit dangerous there from McMillan, who came out, and if that ball bobbled through Amoko, would have been on the end of it. It's McCarthy now with time to rumble forward with the ball. Does well to find Cassis in the middle now, guarded by Pekovic. Ball finds its way out to Tenorio on that left side. Garcia now with space. Zimmerman on him. Zimmerman fouled through the back there. A nice link up between Garcia and Zimmerman in that midfield. Zimmerman so good at finding the right spot to position himself, both defensively and offensively. Always seems to be around the ball and in the right spot. And the Warriors will have a great chance here early on. Just 41 minutes to go in the first half. Only 4 minutes in so far. Both Garcia and Jones stand over it as McMillan sets up his what looks to be a 4 to 5 man wall. A good maybe 20, 22 yards out on that left side. For a strike on net, you got to think Garcia will be over it, but they want to put this on Harris's head, who scored in the semifinal. Jones might be able to curl that in with his left foot. As Zimmerman stands in front of the wall, Cassis out wide as an option as well. A dangerous early chance here. Garcia to take, he puts it on frame, and a great save there from McMillan. Gets over to his far post, and a nice dive-in save. It might actually came off the post there. Garcia almost finds his 18th of the season early on here, as the Warriors are knocking on the door, but cannot find the early goal. It's a great touch there from Garcia. A bit slow to get up as Amoko loses out on the ball, and Giuini is able to pick up. Finds Tadic out wide here on this near side. Will pump it up the field. The racer attacker offsides there. A good line from McCarthy and Harris. Ball played forward there all the way through to McMillan, who will need to have one of his best games today with how potent this Warrior attack has been all season. A few big saves might be needed if that racer defense is beaten by some of these great attackers for Tech, as Zimmerman finds the ball, is able to carry forward. Common was out wide but could not be slipped through. Amoko now finds Jones with Coleman in support. Jones on that left foot curls it in to Garcia, but the ball is safely and comfortably saved there from McMillan. But Garcia, who has scored so many goals this season, part of the reason is due to his great position in, obviously, his incredible shooting ability, but many of those goals have come from very smart runs that guys like Sidaway Jones and Cassis in the middle have been able to find. As Cassis now picks up the ball with Pekovic on him. Finds Coleman out wide with plenty of time. And Sidaway now as the Racers stepping up the field a bit more, applying some pressure. But Tech will play it all the way back to Rosado and reset. A possession-based side under John Dunn in this 4-3 as McCarthy pumps it upfield to Garcia. Great chest there to find Zimmerman, who wins the ball back through to Garcia. Garcia there gets it through to Zimmerman. Zimmerman now cuts past the defense and strikes right down the middle to McMillan, but another good chance there for the Warriors. Through some great energy from Garcia and Zimmerman there to build an attack. They lost the ball, but they were quickly able to win it back after a few scary Racers touches there in the back line. They will have to make sure they stay clean and composed back there. You cannot, especially in a championship game like this, allow for a goal off a mistake, a mental lapse to happen. As Cassis now under plenty of pressure there, and Zimmerman as well. As the press is on from the Racers. McCarthy now will drive it forward, but Tadic, the only one there, finds McCauley out wide, but a loose touch lets him down, and Sidaway is able to pick it off and play McCarthy. Harris now with his turn on the ball. Tenorio on that far side. Finds Amoko, back to Tenorio. Beautiful one-touch football there. The dummy does not come off from Garcia. Tried to fake it through and run behind, but the defender read it well as Coleman misjudges that one. Vasquez now into Giuini, but Harris does well to clean it up as he has done all season long. Rosado is able to claim. McCarthy there forced to play it out as the Racers here holding a much, much higher press and line than they did in the first matchup, something we have not really seen. Indiana Tech so far in most of the WHAC tournament has been able to play teams that have really sat 10, 11 guys behind the ball as Tadic is able to dance around Jones there, find Giuini in the middle before Ternario clears. But a good spell here from the Racers as Morgan picks up the ball on that far side. Tech do well to win it back as Zimmerman and Cassis now looking for an option out. Cassis dribbling past two there, but him and Zimmerman not on the same page as Pekovic picks up the ball and finds McCauley. Some good defense here from the Racers early on, especially high up the field, but a loose giveaway like that could spur a counterattack through. Zimmerman and Cassis now. Finds Garcia up top, who sprays it out wide to Jones with space to drive at Tadic. Jones in behind to Garcia, the back heel off to Cassis. Can he get a strike on goal? Cannot there. And Bygri is able to clear up to Giuini. But McCarthy does well to shield the ball out of play. With the high line that the Racers are playing just one loose ball in that midfield that Sidaway or Cassis or even Zimmerman is able to pick off could spur a quick attack. And that, with guys like Garcia, Jones, Amoko, and Cassis in behind, is not something the Racers coach will be wanting to see. Running at his 2 or 3 defenders and McMillan in net. As McCauley picks up the ball again, he's been involved in a lot of the action on both sides of the field there. Coleman now with Vasquez in pursuit is pulled down there. And that will be the first card of the game. Vasquez pulls Coleman down by the shirt there to stop the counterattack. And after just about 12 minutes and change, 33:51 to go in the first half, still 0-0 here. He booked. But in a championship game like that, that might not be the worst foul. He does have to play over 70 minutes now, almost 80, on a yellow card, so he must be careful. But Garcia stands over this with bit too long there for Garcia with Bygri in pursuit. He will shield it all the way out for a goal kick. As Morgan with Amoko and Cassis there both defending is able to find his way out and find Giuini, but Amoko does very well to win the ball back. Even as somebody who plays up high up the field as a left wing, he does so well at defending it. Most of these Warriors do. John Dunn definitely does instill into his players that they all must help out in both aspects of the field, attacking and defending. As Jones now tries to dance around Tadic, cannot there. Good defending. Played out for a throw in. Coleman to take. Coleman looking for Jones there. Vasquez cuts it out. But McCauley cannot turn out there. Jones looks to pick it back up. Tadic will clear, relieve some pressure. This ball's in Tech territory for a throw-in. McCauley it off for Coleman. Try to reset. No need to take any chances, especially in a game of this magnitude. It's McCarthy again, another poor ball up the field. Will lead to a Racer throw-in now. Tadic to take. Being ushered back by the ref here. shove in the back of Adam Hansen will lead to a free kick. And Morgan will be set over this one. We saw many of these chances and free kicks in this area for the Racers in the first matchup. But with the incredible win that day, many of them were really hung up in the air, and the Warriors were able to deal with them. But Morgan now has a great chance, like the Warriors did earlier, a set-piece opportunity with 30 minutes to go in the first half. Just a quarter of an hour gone so far in this match. He will put this one in. Rosado there. A punch as Giuini there with the pressure. A good punch from Rosado as the Warriors can break through Casas. Casas with Garcia. Can he find the ball through? He cannot there. Skelton, some great defending as the ball actually popped back up off of Casas, and he was waved for a handball. The Racers take it quick, and now they can go forward the other way. As Pekovic now looking over the top. The ball is eventually crossed into the box. Rosado has no threat, and it will eventually go out for a goal kick. The Racers fans and players both believe Rosado got a touch on that before it went out. It was hard to tell. The ref says goal kick. As the Warriors had another break there but could not run through, but Casas going full speed with the ball could not find its way through, as Bygri and Skelton did well to hold off that one. As Harris now picks it up, find Tenorio out wide. Moko now finding himself in the middle of the field. To Zimmerman, a great turn there, and Vasquez another foul, and he is already on a yellow. Do not believe he will be booked, but he gets possibly his last warning, and he will have to be very, very careful the rest of this match. As Zimmerman, a great flick there to turn around the defender. Vasquez stuck out that leg and caught him. And his potential next foul could kick him out of the game and put down the Racers to 10 men. And in a final like this versus a team like Tech, who does so well to attack, that is something you do not want to have. We will have to see if the Racers coach thinks about making a possible sub there, or if he trusts his player to stay composed and not make a big mental mistake here. Casas picks up the ball. The midfield line, Pekovic defended, finds Amoko, who's able to turn and carry to this near side here before turning back. Good cut there. Finds Casas. Sidaway now all the way out to Coleman with Jones, Zimmerman, and Sidaway in support. Jones now will clip it into Amoko through. The flag was up once again for offsides, but McMillan is able to pick up the ball as no one got on the end of it there. But we see Jones so far cutting in on that left foot, as he loves to do so much. He scored that left-footed goal after cutting in the first matchup here, the 1-0 win on March 30th. And whether he shoots or clips in a ball is definitely a dangerous chance that some of his teammates might be able to get on the end of, as Vasquez wins the ball there to Tadic. Does well, gets it back to Vasquez. Into McCauley now. Good pressure by McCarthy, but Hansen picks up the loose ball. Pekovic now loses out to Casas. Garcia now with Morgan on his back. Holds it up, puts it onto that right foot. Can he get a strike off? Going through the defenders. Is he brought down in the box? He is not. The ref says he won the ball there. Believe it was Skelton with the tackle. And he had to be 100% right with that one. If he did not get any part of that ball, it would have been a penalty and a good chance to score here, as Garcia once again finding his way through. Now Coleman in the box. Can he find Garcia there, who was open? He cannot. But the ball is off of the Racers' last for a throw-in deep in Racer territory here. As Hansen does well to get past Zimmerman and clear that one out. Coleman here with McCarthy. It's a drop option. Elects for Jones up the field. Tries to flick it over. Tadic does very well to get it. Finds Skelton. Clearance, a bit of a poor one there. Sitaway picks it up. Coleman now. And the Warriors can reset all the way through Harris. Who sprays in a great ball there to Garcia. Can he have a strike? He does. Sails over the bar. McMillan does not move as the shot was not much of a threat, but a great ball there from Will Harris, the center back, the WHAC Defensive Player of the Year. Skipped almost 2 lines there, fizzed it into Noe Garcia, who was able to turn and have a strike. McMillan said over the goal kick here, he will bomb it upfield. The ball finds its way all the way through here, no touch, and it will be a Tech throw-in. McCarthy plays big up to Garcia, but Pekovic does very well to clean up there, and he is then fouled by Garcia. The first foul on the Warriors here, or the second foul on the Warriors. Another set-piece opportunity. Vasquez might be over it, might leave it for Skelton here. With Hansen in support if he wants to play short. He elects to play Hansen here. It's a great challenge there from Jones on his number 9 counterpart, Tadic there, to win the ball back. Jones now finds himself with the ball. Casas Harris will carry forward, possibly spray one up if he cannot find Zimmerman. There he does. Zimmerman now with space to carry Hansen on his back. Zimmerman through. He's brought down hard there. No call. Moko now over the shot, and it goes wide of the right post. But the Warriors, once again, another chance there. Zimmerman carried forward a good 10 to 15 yards. Before he found Garcia, laid it off to Amoko, and that left foot strike grazed wide of the post. The Warriors here are starting to create more and more chances, but the Racers as well. Both teams have both been involved defensively and offensively. So McCarthy is able to get up and win it. Casas as well. But a loose touch there results in a foul as Tenorio flies in. And the Racers here just inside the Warrior half will have another chance. Morgan set over it. Plays it quick out wide. There's Echevarri on that far side, who has not got many touches so far in the first 22 minutes. As Amoko finds Jones out wide, Zimmerman and Coleman in support with Garcia up top as they race at Tadic here. Cuts in on that left, Jones. Once again, can he have a strike? He does! Just over the top corner there. What a strike that was. McMillan at full dive. Might have had that covered, but a great strike there from Jones, who is starting to warm up here in this match. Once again, another loose giveaway by the Racers, even deep into the Tech territory. Allows for a quick chance on this far side. The ball found its way over here, and Coleman and Zimmerman in support made Tadic have to back off Jones, who was able to cut in on that left foot and find a strike that almost dipped into that top left corner. What a goal it would have been. McMillan set over another goal kick here. As both stands have a great show out of fans. The most away fans we've seen all season. And in a crazy COVID year like this, it's good to see things starting to clear up, more fans being involved at these sporting events. It definitely, in a championship game like this, makes the atmosphere even greater. As Tadic now is able to find Giuini, finding himself out on this left side as opposed to his natural middle position. Sonorio is able to clean up and clear. The strike there, did it come off a hand? I believe it came off a racer attacker hand. The strike off his own player will kill that attack. And a good chance there for the racers to go forward. A bit unlucky that it resulted in a illegal play as McCarthy receives it out wide. Harris now, good ball into Tenorio, flicks it on to Cassis. Some interchanging positions there. But a loose ball there from Cassis. Racing to win it back here. Giovanni does well to get out of pressure, and Tadic will play it off Cassis last. But the Warriors, even after losing the ball, Cassis there, the first one to go try to win it back. A very energetic team. Something John Dunn preaches is all of their players press and step to win the ball back, no matter the position. As Sidaway now picks up the ball in the middle. But the Warriors' usual possession has been disrupted so far in some of this matches. The Racers are pressing, forces Harris and McCarthy into balls up the field like that, which get picked off now. Pekovic to Hansen here. Can he have a strike? He does. Deflects off of the back of McCarthy, and it will go out for the Racers' first corner of the game. And that all comes from a ball up the field from Harris or McCarthy due to the press that the Racers have been able to be successful with so far. Makes Harris and McCarthy look for somebody up the field to relieve some pressure over the top. And if the Racers are able to win it and settle, they can possess going forward. As Morgan set over the corner on this near side. Can he find an option? Whips it into the box at the back stick. Rosado comes out, a great punch there. Goes up to Garcia, who's able to pick off a great punch from Rosado all the way up to half. Now finds its way to Cassis, who looks for a Moko there. And a poor ball all the way through to McMillan. And Cassis had time to carry forward with that one. Just two Racers defenders back, with both Garcia and Amoko going forward, even Jones in support. Cassis there. If he can find that final ball to connect to one of those attackers going forward, and the Warriors have a very good shot to get a goal, but it's been a bit poor so far from him on that final ball. But he does well to make a run there. Amoko cannot find him. Hansen now picks it up. Plays Giuini now with Tadic. Tries to play it all the way wide out to Vasquez. Amoko cuts it out, but not far, as Echevarria now gets more involved. Morgan with that right foot. So good on set pieces. Can he find an option in? He looks for Echevarria. The ball goes all the way through to Rosado. But if Morgan does find some space out wide on that right side, he can curl one in. That's where a guy like Hansen or Giuini or Vasquez up top might be able to get on the end of it. As Tech work the ball around the back here. Zimmerman now finding himself out wide, going to check into the middle. Sidaway there in the middle as well as an option. Harris plays all the way forward. Morgan is able to get a foot onto it, and it will go all the way back to McMillan. Skeleton now finds Forapan in the middle, who was recently substituted on. He will have to match the great energy and effort that's been given so far in this match. Pekovic now the captain. Carries across the midfield from right to left. Finds Tadic out wide. A good spell of possession here from the Racers, who have nullified some of those Warriors' attacks so far and have definitely grown into the game. A lot more competitive and balanced matchup than the first one we saw just 2 to 3 weeks ago here at Warrior Athletic Field, where Tech held most of the ball, had most of the chances, a few good chances from the Racers on free kicks as Forapan finds it now and looks for a strike. Rosado gets behind that one right down the middle of the goal, but A lot of movement on that strike. Rosado did well to get behind it and not spill it. McCarthy once again, he will drive forward. Garcia looking to get on the end of it, cannot. Skelton does very well to get up and win it as Pekovic now will take his turn and spraying it up to Hansen, who ultimately cannot keep it in. Both teams with a bit of a high press has made this game result into some more long balls over the top, which the defenders must be very wary that they do not make a mistake and allow for any of the opposing attackers to get through. Tadic clips it up to Giovanni Sidaway, a good flick on there to Harris. Zimmerman now is able to pick it up and turn, but a loose ball to Casas. Another giveaway in that midfield for the Warriors. As Forapan now on the ball. John Dunn preparing a substitution. Luca Mata, the midfielder, likely to come in for one of those trio in the middle as Giuini finds it out wide. Can he play it in? Coleman defending. A good ball across the box. Rosado got a hand on it, and the rebound is blazed over the bar. But a good chance there. Believe it was Vasquez with that left foot off the half volley. A good connection, but he could not put it on frame. As Mata is set to check in here, it is Casas who will leave the field. Mata, the freshman from Brazil, so silky and dangerous on the ball, and we will have to see if he can provide that extra bit of quality in the final third to get the Warriors a goal or a great chance here as Mata receives his first touch and will play Tenorio. Morgan does well to win that one. Mata so good on the ball, he's able to turn and go past defenders, and with the high press like this, if he is marked and the racers are up the field stepping forward, if he can turn and beat one or possibly two guys, he could be the reason the Warriors get through and score a goal. As McCarthy finds it now, out to Coleman. But much of this possession, especially when the Warriors check out wide, has been forced to drop back to McCarthy and Harris as Rosado now picks up the deflected ball. The Racers have done a great job to keep their shape and step when needed as a unit as well, as opposed to just one or two guys who are easy to pass around. They have been very compact and composed. And with just under a quarter of an hour remaining in the first half, they've really neutralized any real chances going forward. A few mistakes, but they've done well to clean up through McMillan and through Skelton and Bygri in the back as Harris and Coleman do well there to get out of pressure. Tenorio now looks for Garcia up top, and after being heavily involved in the first 20 minutes or so, Garcia has struggled to even get a touch now, as both Skelton and Bygri have put a big focus on marking him, as he's been such a threat all season with 17 goals so far. He's going to look for his 18th and, heck, probably his 19th, 20th. I mean, he does not want to stop scoring, and so far this season he has not. Big games as well. He scored in the semifinal. It's Coleman now. Great challenge there from Tadic. Coleman tries to win it back, cannot. Giuini now under some pressure from Jones is able to find Echevarria out wide, who finds Morgan. And UNOH have been very impressive so far in this first half, as Harris does well to get up in the air and is whistled for a foul there on Vasquez. He got up in the air to win the ball. Almost came down on the top of Vasquez's back, and they both go to the floor. Coach John Dunn arguing with that one. As both players wrestled each other to the floor, the ball was headed out for a throw-in, but the Racers will have a much better opportunity here through a free kick. So Morgan set to stand over it. It's been a great battle so far. Just 12-12 left in the first half. Both coaches definitely pleased with the effort so far. I'm sure Coach Dunn is going to be a bit annoyed with some of the loose balls that have ruined many great chances, but he will be hoping his team can defend this here as Morgan over the free kick, as the Warriors might be preparing another sub. Ryan Steele, one of the fastest guys out there to come on, but he will have to wait after this free kick. Morgan puts it in. A good ball there. Last touch off of Moko, who got up well to win it. And the Racers will have another corner here on this near side. Giuini and Morgan over it. Morgan now the sole takers. Giuini leaves it off for him. Puts the ball in there. Rosado. A bit of a weak punch there, but it works as Mata is able to clear, but not far. Morgan again picks it up with Mata and Jones defending. And Luca does very well to win the ball. Kicks it off of Morgan last. It will be a tech throw-in. And that once again is another example of the Warrior attacking players helping defend. As Steele checks on for Amoko at the left wing. And with the press that the Racers are playing, Harris and McCarthy now have an absolute jet up top they can play a ball over the top to. Harris now tries to find Steele for his first action, but Morgan does well to clear it out. And the Racers have a throw in here deep in Tech territory. But Steele, with those over-the-top runs, might be able to take a bit of pressure and attention off of number 7, Noe Garcia. Zimmerman picks up the ball here, racing forward with the captain Pekovic on his back. Finds Steele out wide for his first action. Looks into Garcia, finds him, the turn, the strike, and it's wide, but he's whistled offsides once again. And another Warrior chance ends in an offsides call. But that is the impact that substitute number 31, Ryan Steele, can have. Sophomore. Instant impact as Zimmerman did well to win the ball, carried forward wonderfully and sprayed it out wide to Steele. It was offsides in the end, but a dangerous, dangerous chance as Jones gets up to win it, but the ball finds its way to Giuini with Coleman in defense, Sidaway in support. Giuini does well to keep it and will try to whip it in the box. Deflects around, and Harris gets the last clearance up to Tadic. Loose touch. Garcia now battling Tadic for the ball. Is able to kick it off. Tadic last for a tech throw-in. As another substitute for the Warriors. Number 12, Pablo Torne, the Spaniard, in for Brandon Sidaway. In that defensive midfield role. And he will have a very important job to sit in front of Harris and McCarthy. As Mata there sprays it up for Steele, but Morgan does very well to head it back to McMillan, and he will receive now and drive into that space, plays it up. Harris will clear. Morgan picks it up once again and finds Hansen in the midfield. Hansen finds Giuini, who has shifted out to this left side permanently over the last 15 minutes or so. Tadic now into Foropon. Sprays it all the way wide to Morgan with Steele pressing. Echevarria finds its way past Harris there. Tenorio in support. Tries to spray it across the box there. A bit of a shot, half cross there. No real threat for Rosado, but a great turn there from Echevarria. Beats the WHAC Defensive Player of the Year. Gets around him and leads to a half chance there. So the wind is starting to pick up a bit more there. Garcia unable to get on the end of that one, but he'll pick it up after Bygri cannot settle. Torne with his first touch of the match. Torne, also a captain of this team, brings some great leadership and experience to that midfield. In a championship game like this, that is something that is almost hard to put a price tag on. just that experience and value that he can bring to that midfield. As Steele sprayed over the top here. McMillan does well to get on the end of it. Steele puts a foot in and almost kicks it out of McMillan's hands there. It'll go out for a goal kick, no threat, but that loose ball, if it would have stayed in, could have been a bit dangerous for Steele. McMillan set to take 6.5 minutes to go in the first half here. Still a 0-0 game, a very highly contested and competitive match so far. Zimmerman unable to get on the end of that one. Tadic has a great first half defensively. He's done well to help out here as beautiful 1-2 there. Finds Forepan, he whips into the back stick. Vasquez unable to get up and meet that ball in the air, but a great ball from Forepan. Some great work from Hansen and Tadic as well. Leads to a good chance for Vasquez as the Warriors go the other way, but Skelton gets on the end of that. And the Racers, who started out a bit rough, the first 15 or so minutes the Warriors did control, but in the last half hour, the Racers have really established themselves in this match and have been very impressive. The Skelton's ball there is a bit too long, will sail out of play, but 5 minutes remain as Jose Uvita will come in for Jackson Zimmerman. Jose, another senior, provides some great energy off that bench and some more experience in the midfield now. And he's a bit of a dark horse too to get involved in some of the goals and assists. As he works so hard, he is able to get on and make so many great runs and win back the ball in so many dangerous places that he can get involved in scoring some goals, getting on the end of some great balls delivered in by Coleman or Trenario out wide, or even assisting a few himself as Tornay now elects to find Harris. Steele in behind, but the ball eventually finds its way to Steele. He tries to flick on to Uvita. Bygri clears, but not super far. Mata picks up into Uvita, finds Jones now. Can he have a strike? He does, and McMillan cannot save it. What a goal there from Luke Jones. The half volley finds its way into the back of the net. McMillan there could not get down in time to meet it. And Mark McMillan will definitely be wanting that chance back, as Jones there found the ball off of the cleared header there. Steele headed it into either Bygri or Skelton, who headed the clearance out at the edge of the box a good 20 to 25 yards out. Jones, a great left-footed touch there to bring it down. It popped up wonderfully off that turf. And a wonderful, wonderful strike there. Dipped just at that last second, and McMillan was unable to get down and keep it out. Might have got a hand to it, took some spin off it, but the ball bounced and found its way into the roof of the net there off the ground. Makes it 1-0 for the Warriors. Luke Jones, who scored the only goal in the first matchup between these two teams on March 30th, once again with that incredible left foot. Another great strike there, is able to chest it down there, looks for Coleman. What a ball over the top. Coleman's able to keep it. Skelton in support. A great tackle there from Skelton. But Jones now becoming possibly the key player for this game. An unbelievable goal that was. It's McCarthy now. Can the Warriors possibly grab a second here before the half? A real gut punch there for the Racers, who had almost been the better side for the last 20 minutes. They played really, really well, and just a moment of brilliance like that makes it 1-0 and changes the whole scheme of the game, especially right before halftime. They could have waited out 3 more minutes, gone in 0-0. It's keeps morale high as Jones, once again, Giuini on his back, onto that left foot, finds Garcia through, but Tadic is able to get on the end of it. Garcia now wins the ball back to Coleman. Can Coleman have a strike? Bygri there is able to deflect it and clear. McCarthy, a great step on Hansen there. and does well to shield him off. Matza now. Pekovic trying to possibly foul through the back of him. Nothing called as Jones once again. That left foot whips it in. Steele at that back post. Can he keep it in? Morgan shields him out, but Steele does well to keep it. Finds Matza in the box. Tenorio now. Can he clip it in? Almost a chip effort there. McMillan's able to catch the easy save. Tenorio did not get around on that ball. But the Warriors, a great final 5-7 are really holding on, and they will try to keep it 1-0 unless they can get a chance themselves. Hansen down this side, but McCarthy comes over to clean up very well, as that goal really woke up the crowd here on both sides. The Racer fans trying to give their players some extra energy on the sideline. As Giuini plays a bit of a poor ball, Morgan's able to get back and keep it in play. Finds Vasquez up top. Flicks it into Echevarria, who does well to juggle it off his head, get through, cuts back onto that right foot, and Vasquez able to keep that one. No, he does not. Cannot keep that ball in. As a final substitute of the half, possibly for the Warriors, Noe Garcia gets a bit of a rest before halftime here. Marcos Fameliaris, the scorer of the fourth and final goal in the last semifinal round versus Cornerstone here at Warrior Athletic Field, gets on for the final minute and 10 seconds. He checks over to try to get involved there and win the ball off Bygri. But Bygri does well. The ball finds it. Vasquez now on the end of it, as the Racers here step and try to get a good chance to equalize now. Tadic out wide. Can he find a ball in? Kallman does well to step across and block that cross out for a throw in. 45 seconds remain. The Warriors need to hold on here and keep that 1-0 lead into halftime. How big would that be? It's a poor ball in. McCarthy unable to get a good touch, but Harris clears everything up. Skelton all the way back to McMillan, and now just 27 seconds remain. McMillan will find Bygri as the Warriors step up. Skelton now on this near side. Can he pump one forward? Just 15 seconds remain. Tenorio up to win that one. Steele in support, as Morgan will drill this one up the field. It's close to the goal. Go over the top, and that will end the first half. A great, great goal from Luke Jones. Wakes up the Warriors in the last final minutes of the half. They started out the first 15 well, but last 20 or so, they really had to defend well and kind of sit back as the Racers started to get more involved in the game. But a great goal from Luke Jones. That half volley from outside the box makes it 1-0 and will send us into halftime with the Warriors up 1-0 here at Warrior Athletic Field. We will be back in just 15 minutes for the final 45, and potentially more if this will go into overtime. Welcome back as the second half is set to get underway here. The Warriors in their all-white uniforms. They have worn those all tournament, being the 1 seed at home. Going right to left. The Racers in the burgundy and black, going left to right. Luke Jones, the lone goal scorer today, just as he was on March 30th. The first matchup between these two sides here at Warrior Athletic Field. That game ended 1-0, and this game so far set up to do the same, but with 45 more minutes of football here at Warrior Athletic Field, you got to think that we could see some more goals as Noe Garcia is able to try to win the ball, cannot get on the end of it. He will definitely be one looking to add some more to his tally, has 17 so far on the season. And already 1-0 up. His 18th of the year, if he was able to find a goal. If he could make it 2-0 here, that could almost end the game, depending on when he scores that goal. But the Racers here find themselves up the field, and they're a bit unlucky to be 1-0 down. They have played very well so far in this match. Defensively, they've been very compact and really have not allowed many Warrior chances, which is very impressive for how great this Warrior attack has been all season. They've scored 9 goals coming into this game. Now they've scored their 10th in the tournament in just their 3rd match as Cassis now picks up the ball and finds Amoko. Actually looks and finds Garcia in the middle. Gets past Skelton there. Garcia cannot dink it over McMillan. McMillan came out very well and made a great save there as Garcia wins the ball back off Morgan, who slips. But like I said, just a minute and a half into the first half, Garcia already involved in the action and just could not find it there as Echevarria skips past the defense, but Sidaway, a nice strong tackle there to stop that attack. Sidaway's been great all tournament. The junior from Barbados as Amoko drives forward now. Thought he was fouled there, pulled on the back. Nothing is called as the ball will eventually find its way through for a goal kick, but only 3 minutes gone in the half so far, and it has already created many chances. Garcia could not get that ball up and over McMillan, who was quick off his line to come out and save. And the Racers concede just before the half and almost concede just coming out of the half, and that goal would have been big for the Warriors and would have been another punch to the chest there. But the Racers survive, and Echevarria finds himself in some pressure here, but he does well to get out, and he has also grown into the game as Morgan now can clip a ball in, but McCarthy will be the only one to meet it. Clearance does not go far, though. Tadic picks it up on the edge of the box, finds Hansen. As the fans getting more involved here, Zimmerman, a great tackle there, is able to win it, but he loses out there. Tadic now picks it up. Sidaway's able to head clear for a throw in deep in Tech territory as Tadic might have came from an offsides position there, but the ref does not stop play, or the AR does not wave his flag, so the Racers are able to win the ball back and have a throw in here. Giuini now would sit away on him. Vasquez as well, who's on a yellow card and must be careful this second half to not make a mistake and get sent off, as Echevarria can not keep that ball in there. Made the effort, but it's just too long there from Foropon. And Rosado will take his first goal kick of the half. Tech looking to build some early possession here and find their way through. They set out with the same lineup they started the game with. And they started out well, like they have so far in the second half. They did in the first half. A good 15 to 20 minutes, but after that, the Racers were able to really establish themselves in the game and put the Warriors under some pressure that they really have not faced all season. As Garcia there, a loose ball, and Foropon picks it off, finds Hansen. Giuini's through here. He has stayed on sides, and the strike here, Rosado comes out and makes a great save. Edwin Rosado, a wonderful save there. Quick off his line as well, and both sides here with an early chance, a 1v1 with the keeper, and neither have found a goal there as Sidaway's whistled for the foul. They take it quickly here as this game has really opened up. The ref is actually going to call this one back, as Hansen has stayed down here at the halfway line. It looked like Giuini might have been offsides on that far side there. He was slipped through. Coleman on this near side might have held him on, but the AR let them play, and it created a great chance there, but Rosado was very quick off of his line, and he has had a great tournament as well, like Sidaway and so many of these Warriors. 2 clean sheets so far in the quarterfinals and semifinals, and so far through 60 minutes, or 50 minutes, my bad. Some poor math there. Rosado has been almost perfect so far. He's made some great punches today on some very dangerous free kicks. As Bygri said over this one, we'll play it short to Morgan, but Rosado's made that 1v1 save there and also had another good save in the first half on a dip and shot. So the Racers here hold possession, and once again they show that they're not here to just sit back and defend. They are going to go at the Warriors, and being 1-0 down as Pekovic tries to get on the end of that one, he cannot. But Echevarria, who's been great so far this second half, a good open in 6 minutes now. So the ball is going to be whipped in by Giuini here. A deflection. McCarthy can clear to the edge of the box. Pekovic with Tenorio in pursuit. Tries to go up and over. Tenorio is able to battle here with both Echevarria and Pekovic in the near side corner. Omoko now applying pressure, and Echevarria cannot keep that one in. A loose touch lets him down. A great pressure there from the Ghanaian Maxwell Omoko. As this game has almost raised its level of energy and effort so far. Everybody on this team, both sides fighting out there as Cassis and Omoko try to build up. Ball's poked away, and Tadic will pop this one far in the air. Tenorio up to win, but Pekovic is on the end of the rebound. So he gets past Cassis and Tenorio there. Tenorio whistled for a foul. He looked to just kick the ball. Might have got some of the leg too after. And Morgan will stand over this one. 7 minutes gone, and it has been an eventful second half so far. Both sides, both offensively and defensively, must stay composed. And the Warriors here face a dangerous chance. Rosado will need to be good once again. Cassis the one-man wall as Morgan with the right foot can whip this one in. Ball into the box there. Rosado over it, an easy catch. A poor ball there from Morgan. Would have liked to put that around the 6-yard box or even the penalty spot, but it curls straight into Rosado's hands. He barely had to move. As Harris will clear up to Morgan. Finds Skelton there. Skelton will look long to Hansen with Harris chasing. Vasquez in the middle. Hansen will bring it wide to the corner. Harris does well to defend, but the ball will go out for a Racer corner kick here on this near side. The Racer fans getting more involved here. Morgan set over another free kick just as he was in the first matchup. Can he find a way to capitalize, put in a great ball here that can lead to a goal? Low driven, flicked on at the near post. It will fly all the way through to Vasquez on that far side. He'll keeps it in. Gets past Tenorio there on the left foot, and his ball's all the way over the top. Zimmerman to chase. We'll let it go out for a throw in. As the cross in there is a bit of a letdown, as the Racers had many men forward. Bygri and Skelton both in the box, the two big men from the back. Skelton, who scored the winner in the semifinal in the 95th minute, the center back, has been very great today defensively. Remember making a great challenge in the first half on Coleman, who had broken through, and he definitely has that attacking threat with his head there as Forepan picks up the balls. The Racers are winning a lot more of these 50-50s, but they lose out there to Cassis, who can try to skip past some defenders here. He's able to find Zimmerman with space. Hansen in hot pursuit. Sprays it all the way wide out to Jones now. Jones, who likes to get back on that left foot. He does on that left foot. And is he brought down there? pulled on the arm and the shirt. He elects to stay up. Some dangerous defending there from Tadic, and if Jones had gone down in the box, it could have possibly been a penalty. The defender fully grabbed 2 arms onto Jones's right arm there as he cut into his left, but he stayed up, and the Racers were able to win the ball, shield it out, and it eventually leads to a goal kick. McMillan takes and he drives it long up the field. Sidaway a good win, but he heads it out for a Racer throw in here as they advance the ball almost 50, 60 yards up the field. And that ball will trickle past the line and be a tech goal kick now as Rosado will go get it. And 35 minutes to go in the second half. Just 10 have gone by so far. The Warriors up 1-0 after a Luke Jones wonderful half volley goal from outside the box. It dipped just at the last second. McMillan could not get down. Might have got one hand to it, but not enough to keep it out. The ball ended up bouncing in and sent the Warrior stands and bench into delirium. A wonderful finish from Jones. Coleman now is able to cut around the defender and find Jones in the middle, who finds himself on this middle right side as opposed to his, or middle left side as opposed to his normal right side, but they lose out, and Jones now almost on this near side to us will cut back. Finds Garcia, who checks in and plays it all the way back to Tenorio as they reset here. Cassis now into Simmerman. Back to Sidaway, who finds himself in between the 2 center backs here. He does so well to drop in and be that deep lion ball player that can find guys up top, skip those lines, just like Harris looks to do as well. Cassis now will play all the way out wide to Coleman with Tadic defend and find Simmerman with the touch there. Good touch over the top. Simmerman defended well by Forapan, who will play it out for a tech throw-in. Simmerman now picks up the ball and is able to turn. Played all the way back to Harris at the halfway line. Finds Tenorio. Amoko checking out wide. He will receive with Morgan defending. The one-time ball into Cassis. As Tech here with some nice one-touch pass, and Cassis now with space to drive. Hansen on his back. Looks for Garcia in the middle. Can Garcia turn? Finds Jones out wide on the left foot. The shot is over the top of the goal, but another good chance from Luke Jones on that left foot, which produced the first goal here. Some great possession here on the near side between Tenorio, Cassis, and Amoko. Led to Cassis being able to find some space in the middle, played it into Garcia, who drags in both center backs, scoring 17 goals this year. So much attention must be placed on him by the opposing defenders. He was able to find Jones out wide, but could not put his effort on target. As Amoko picks up the ball here with Garcia there, might have been offsides. Amoko dances past 2 and is then brought down by Morgan. Might have got kicked out at it. The ref waves play on there as Moko kind of got into some pressure and went down, but it looked like he was fouled there. Nothing called. Championship game like this, the ref is letting the players play on. But some fancy footwork there from Moko, and if he can have more of that, he might be able to create a great chance here. The Warriors now holding much of the ball the past few minutes. The Racers applying a bit of a higher line now. Cassis finds Sidaway under some pressure, but he does well. Find Tenorio. Back to Harris here, who's going to look to spray for Amoko over the top with Bygri and Morgan in pursuit. Bygri will head it out for a throw-in. But a great ball there from Harris to relieve pressure, get the Warriors up the field, and make the center backs there for UNOH have to deal with a dangerous ball over the top with a pacey player like Amoko. Zimmerman with 4-pen on his back is unable to keep possession there. Bygri will clear up to Hansen. A good touch there will keep it with Giuini. Back to Hansen now. Vasquez up top in support. Plays Tadic out wide. Tadic now finding his way on this right side of the field. Finds Echevarria out wide. And the Racers have a good chance here with numbers forward. Echevarria cuts in on that left foot. Back out right to the captain Pekovic. On Tenorio. Can he find a good ball in? Echevarria now. As Harris there, or McCarthy there, is able to defend well, as Vasquez could not get on the end of that. Got on the end of the header, but an easy save for Rosado there. As Amoko on this near side, holding his right shoulder, was slow to get up. We will have to see if he carries on or if John Dunn looks to make an early substitution forced by injury. And it would be a big loss. Amoko, so great at providing assists, has 10 this season. As Vasquez unable to get across that ball there, Harris has stayed down. A great ball from Tadic out wide across the floor, goes across the 6. As Vasquez with an outstretched foot could not get on the end of it. Harris did well to reach out to and defend him, and he is slow to get up. Might have got caught there by Vasquez, who is on a yellow card and must be careful to not find himself picking up another booking here. That would definitely hurt his team's chances of coming back. They had to drop down to 10 men. So the free kick is taken short to Cassis. Now Zimmerman as well in the midfield. Look for Sidaway as Amoko checks in. Elects for Tenorio out wide. Amoko in behind. Tenorio cannot find him as Echevarria did well to cut off the angle. As some heavy contact on this near side. Amoko stepped on once again, but nothing called there. Echevarria did well to win the ball, but it comes off of him last for a throw in. So the first substitute of the second half comes on. Ryan Steele on at that right wing spot. Luke Jones is checked out after just 17 minutes in the first half, possibly getting a breather himself. Hopefully it's not a small injury that could keep him out the rest of this match, as he's been very good, scored the goal. Cassis now on the ball. Finds Zimmerman under pressure. Steele out wide, his first touch of the second half. And he had a good impact in the first half as well. Came on and almost instantly created a chance with that speed over the top. Harris and McCarthy can look for him as Morgan slips there, but Bygri does well to clean up Morgan up now with Amoko in pursuit. Cannot find anybody up the field as his follow-through hits Amoko, who stays down outside of play. Pekovic elects to play on. An injury, the ref does not have to stop play unless it's a head injury. The Racers playing on here with the man advantage. The Tech fans not happy, as the ref blows play dead here to stop for the injury. Amoko is off the field, holding that right shoulder once again. The Racer fans and players not happy at all that the play has been stopped with 28 minutes to go here. They had the man advantage, but with an injury like that, it is a bit of an unwritten rule. Amoko needs some assistance here as the trainer comes over. As the energy and attitudes here are turning up even higher in this championship match, and we hope Amoko is okay on that near side. He was holding that shoulder just 5 minutes ago. Was caught after Morgan's clearance there after applying some pressure, and might have fallen on that right side of his body. His tempers are still flaring here at Warrior Athletic Field. Scores 1-0. Luke Jones with the lone goal today. A great finish from outside the box. A poor-headed clearance did not go far. He was able with that left foot to bring the ball down. It popped up off that turf, and he struck it well. It dipped at the last second past McMillan, who has otherwise had a great game. McMillan making some great saves. So has Edwin Rosado, the senior goalkeeper from East Chicago, Indiana. Both those goalkeepers, part of the reason it is only 1-0 so far. They've both made some great 1v1 saves. They have faced a few dangerous set pieces, as Amoko will stay off the field as a substitute. Luca Mata, the freshman from Brazil, checking in, a fan favorite of many of the Brazilian Indiana Tech students here on campus. And we hope Maxwell Amoko is okay and can possibly come back in here. But he has had a great season, and in a championship match like this, even without providing a goal or assist, he has been very active and helped out wonderfully defensively with Tenorio on this left side. Helped neutralize Echevarria and Morgan, who have both played well and grown more into this game as it has gone on. McCarthy will clear up the field there. A poor ball go out of play. Racers try to take the throw in almost 20 yards further than it went out, and the ref will usher them back. As Mata is whistled for a foul there as he brings down the racer. Player might have been Tadic on that far side. Mata assumes the role of right winger. Steele has come over to this left side. And he will have Tenorio to help him attack. Steele likes to cut in on that right foot. Tenorio can overlap and use his left. They can both go at Morgan, but Morgan and Echevarria can also do the same on this near side. Echevarria, who has done well to keep possession of the ball and get out of many tight defensive positions so far, has been surrounded by 2 or 3 Tech defenders. Morgan has helped him out and put in a few good balls so far, but none have led to a goal. The Skeleton will pump this one up the field. McCarthy is able to knock it down to Steele, who gets the final clearance. Morgan will get on the end of this with Garcia. Forpan cleans it up all the way back to McMillan. Bit of a heavy ball, but McMillan's able to claim. And he will drive it back up the field with Harris and Hansen up for it. Harris, a great win there. Pekovic is able to bring down the final ball here, tries to play it through to Hansen, but Sidaway does very well to deflect that one out, intercept it, and stop that attack. But the Racers go once again. Pekovic now finds Hansen, finds Echevarria. Morgan, the first time ball high into the box. Rosado under it. Sails all the way over the goal. And Morgan will need better quality final balls than that if he wants to try to assist one of the equalizing potential chances here. He's had a few that have clipped in a bit too high. If he can keep those down, he might be able to find Vasquez or Hansen up top. Even Giuini or Pekovic on that far and near side, filling into the box. As Rosado over the goal kick, 26:05 left. 20 minutes have gone in this second half. A few chances for both sides right at the start there. Things have sort of died down and calmed, but any second now we could see a goal with how this game has been. It has been very, very open at points as Cassis now picks it up. Skips past Hansen there and is kicked after the play. A bit of a nasty challenge there. Hansen might get a talking to from the ref here. So the main ref will go talk to the AR there. Pep did well to bring that from his left foot back to his right foot. Skipped past the Hansen. Hansen brought him down to stop a potential drive forward, a counterattack. As this championship match is definitely a lot more fiery than the regular season one we saw 2.5 weeks ago. So the refs here are having a conversation in the middle of the field, maybe trying to calm things down as both teams might see some more heavy challenges in such a heavy game like this, such an important game, the WHAC championship. For the tournament championship, Indiana Tech, already the regular season champions, will host Nationals next Thursday. Will be the first match of the semifinal. Then there's going to be 2 neutral teams here on campus. For the second match on that Thursday, the winners will play that Saturday. As it looks like the ARs have switched sides here. That is something I have never seen before in a game. I wonder if the AR potentially has an injury on that far side. He might need some help from the trainer, or he just did not want to be by these fans who have woken up in this second half. In a crazy COVID season like this, he's probably not used to having this many fans behind him on both sides. But with things starting to open up, and especially here at Tech, hopefully towards the rest of this spring semester and next season in the fall semester, we can see sporting events have many more fans like they do today. It's been a great atmosphere here for the championship game. Tech has packed out the stands, and so has many UNOH Racer fans as well. Traveled about an hour and a half to 2 hours for this wonderful 3 p.m. kickoff here. It's not too bad weather, 50 degrees. Harris finds Cassis there, back to Harris, who will play it over all the way through to McMillan, who comes out fast and picks it up before Garcia can get there. He will roll it short to Skelton, with Garcia in pursuit, who drives it all the way up the field now. Vasquez, a good touch, but Hansen could not get on the end of it. Eventually, Pekovic finds the ball out wide to Tadic. Vasquez now tries to play it through. McCarthy does very well to block that. The ball bobbling around here. Tadic able to beat one, but Mata does well to get back. Plays the 1-2 there with Kallman, but it does not come off as the Racers will have a throw in here. Deep in Tech territory on that far side. Once again, another throw-in as Tadic stays down after the play. Might have been caught there by Mata. Zamoko still on that bench, looks to be leaning over, supporting that right shoulder. We hope he is okay. As the ball's put in, Harris is able to clear there. Forapan wins it, but ball only goes to the Warriors. They play it upfield, but Skelton is able to do well, knocks it down to Bygre, and they have, despite the goal they've conceded today, which they are not at fault for, they've done well there, but Bygre, a commentator's curse, plays it to Simmerman, who plays it through to Steele with the pace. Morgan in pursuit, the left foot there across the box. Skelton clears it off of Bygre, back to Steele, who clips it in once again. Mata cannot get on the end of it. Forapan clears. But despite the goal that Jones scored, a great finish from outside the box, which most defenders in the world could not defend. Skelton and Bygre have been very good at the back so far. They've stopped many counterattacks between Cassis and Garcia as Mata's barged through there. And Tech will now have a great chance here to add a second goal, double their lead. Ball lined up with the corner of that far side 18 there. Looks like Mata and Cassis will be over it, with the big men of Harris, McCarthy in the box. Zimmerman there as well. Tenorio and Garcia sit away on the edge of the 18.
And you got to watch for Will Harris here. The WHAC Defensive Player of the Year did score in the semifinal versus Cornerstone with a header, assisted by Noe Garcia. Great ball off the corner, and here's another great chance for him. As Mata will be over it. Goes under the wall there. Garcia gets a touch on it. But the final touch comes off of the Racers, and it will go out for a corner kick. The wall jumped there, and Mata did well to keep it down. He got under the wall, something you do not see very often. Was looking for that bottom right corner, potentially a runner on that near post like Garcia, who got across, but his redirected effort comes off of the Racers last. Mata now takes the corner short to Cassis, receives it back on that left foot, will curl it in. It's cleared by Tadic. And Morgan is able to get the ball, and he pumps it upfield. Echevarria chests it down, but Mata does well to come back and win it. Tries to go through the legs there of Vasquez, does not come off, but he wins it back, and his shirt is pulled. That will be a foul. And another yellow card. I believe that is the captain, number 6, Pekovic, who enters the book. It is either Pekovic or number 12, Forapan. But Tech here with another free kick. Mata once again over this one. Sutter steps that one. He will backtrack here. Harris again in the box. If they can find his head, they have a good chance here. Good ball whipped in towards Harris. McMillan comes out and claims with Harris there on him, but the ball a bit too long and a bit too low. Driven straight to McMillan. 21:42 left here. UNO looking for an equalizer to try to force extra time if they could not find another goal to take the lead, as every player on the field is fighting for the ball. Sitaway now called for the foul, as the Racers will have a great chance themselves for a free kick, just as the Warriors had almost 30 seconds ago. Morgan over another free kick. Can he find a ball here that will be a great chance? He whips it into the box. McCarthy clears. Cassis tries to flick it up to Garcia. Garcia is able to win. Back to Cassis. Forapan there. Cassis over the top, keeps it still, and it's brought down after the play once again, as some words are exchanged between Forapan and Cassis there. The Spaniard did so well to flick that ball up to Garcia, who nodded it onto him. He was able to go over the top of the head of Forapan, and is then brought down. Is Mata on that far side. We'll find Sitaway in the middle, who leaves it for Harris. McCarthy now. Harris with Vasquez on his back. Garcia now drops in to pick up the ball. A great spin around Bygri there. Can he find an option? The ball into Zimmerman does not reach him, but Coleman's able to keep it. The ball pops up and hits him in the hand, though. As the ref is stopping play here. I'm not sure what he is doing. The ball came up and hit Coleman in the hand, but it looked to be accidental. He might be giving Coleman a warning there, to, if he believed that Coleman purposely stuck out his hand after losing the ball to stop it. 20 minutes to go. 25 have gone in the second half. UNOH still looking for an equalizer. Tech have held on so far, and a second goal could be huge and could be the key factor to close out this game. But the Racers now with possession. Ball clipped over the top. Coleman's able to clear, but Forapan keeps but loses out to Cassis now, who can race forward, steal Garcia in support, but another poor ball there. Coach John Dunn very frustrated with that one. Leads to now a Racers chance. Echevarria out wide with Hansen in support. Hansen receives, has a player out wide, plays it back into Echevarria, who is able to keep, but the Warriors can get numbers behind the ball. Morgan now, can he find a good ball? clips it in. That one hangs up. A better ball there, but Rosado comes out and claims as Pekovic was under that one, but a great leap there from Rosado, and he's been great all game, as he has this tournament. Finds Sidaway in the middle with a quick throw, who will play it over the top to Steele. A great ball out wide, and Steele with Morgan on him is able to get past Morgan there. Now Bygri finds Garcia in the middle. Can he have a strike on that right foot? Blocked by Skelton. Some great defending, but Garcia will find the ball once again out wide. Mata in support. Tries to beat him down the line. Garcia in the box. Can he find Steele? He did, but Steele unable to get a good connection. The ball finds its way up the field through a clearance all the way to McCarthy. And the Warriors will reset, but Garcia did well to get past the defenders. There's Harris finds Cassis in the gap. Garcia now open. Cassis unable to find him. Complains for a foul. Pekovic gets on the end of it. And Hansen can now race forward. This game very, very open. Vasquez out wide with Tenorio defending. A great tackle from Tenorio there. Finds Cassis. Stuck out that right. Stuck, I believe it was his left foot actually. Completely stuck the ball there. A great win on Vasquez. As Skelton does well on the opposite end to pull the offsides trap there. Very tight, but Garcia looked to be just a half step offsides. As the stoppage here in play gives everybody a bit of a rest there, as Skelton will pump the ball up. McCarthy wins. Zimmerman now. The ball finds its way to Forepan. Plays Bygri now. Morgan on this near side with Steele defending. Cuts back well and finds Forepan, but another loose touch by Forepan in the middle, who catches a foot from Cassis after the play, stays down. Helped up by Echevarria. As the Warriors are preparing two more subs, it looks like Luke Jones and Maxwell Amoko. It's good to see Amoko back on his feet to enter this game as McCarthy does well to shield that ball and turn. But the Racers do well to win it back here. Vasquez, who's getting more options now in the game, finds Tadic out wide. Can he find Echevarria in the middle? Some great defending there. Tadic, it is off him last for a goal kick as some more subs into the game. A third sub, Marcos Fameliris now in as Noe Garcia also checks out. Steele leaves. It might be Pep Cassis as well. As Mata drops into a midfield role. Amoko on this left wing spot. Marcos up top. And Luke Jones back to his normal right wing position. As Harris will look big. Zimmerman unable to win that and flick it on to Jones. A good win there from Tadic. And the Racers will try to pump forward. Harris, a good win there. He dived in. A foul is then called on Mata. Harris did well to win the first ball, but Mata was late on that second. And it's another set piece opportunity for the Racers, just as they had in the first matchup and a few in the first half here. The Racers looking for just one of these free kick chances to lead to a goal. As Skelton is now over this one. Three-man wall set up by Rosado. Very far out from goal. Almost 40 yards. He might look for a strike. He does. Rosado right down the middle of the goal. Catches with ease. A bit ambitious there from Skelton, but with a quarter of an hour remaining, 15 minutes left in the WHAC Tournament Championship Final. Skelton, like he had done in the semifinal, maybe looking to be a hero there, scored the winner in the semifinal versus Aquinas. A 95th minute goal in overtime. But that one there put right down the middle. Rosado made a good save. And he has had a very clean game so far, Rosado. As the ref stops the clock here, and with 14 and a half minutes remaining, the Warriors will definitely, with their lead, if they are able to keep it, try to waste as much time as possible, and it's up to the ref to find that balance between letting them do so and stopping the clock. So many teams with the lead, especially in a game like this, are just going to try to kill off the game through winning fouls and staying down. As Coleman finds it out wide, the ball in over the top of Marcos. Zimmerman heads it in at the back post. What a finish there. The 5'7" Jackson Zimmerman leaps high in the air, unmarked at the back post. A great ball from Jonas Coleman, the German freshman, over the top of Fame Lyris. It looked like it might be cycling all the way through, but Zimmerman, the Fort Wayne native, scores the second goal of this match. The Warriors up 2-0, and that one could possibly do it. What a goal from Jackson Zimmerman. An unbelievable header. He leapt incredibly high in the air, and despite his not-so-tall stature, one of the most physically imposing players on the field. He has been so energetic and good so far in this game, and now he has a goal in a championship final to show for it. The Racers find themselves 2-0 down with 14:15 left. A tough uphill climb, but they will have to stay composed and try to find some more chances here. As Zimmerman subs off the field, Pablo Torne, the senior Spaniard, in, who can provide that experience, as I mentioned earlier. Be that defensive midfield player that helps Harris and McCarthy defend. He actually played center back in the early parts of this season in the fall when Harris was still recovering from his injury. And he did so well filling in with McCarthy at that back line as the Warriors got off to a great start this season. Tech has a throw in here on this far side. 13 and a half minutes remaining and 2-goal lead now. They can definitely start juicing the game. Taking a bit longer with things like goal kicks, throw-ins. 5-10 seconds. Will take off the clock if they can, as Harris does well to split the defenders, pressing him there. Finds Mata. Finds Amoko out wide with Morgan on him. Skips past Morgan there. I think he ran into his own player there. The ball popped up, might have hit the defender in the hand, but Bygri did well in the end to win the ball. Has a good touch there from Amoko. Skips past Pekovic and McCauley. Now with Morgan on him. Thrown to the floor there with the shoulder from Morgan. Amoko stays down but pops right back up. That shoulder seems to be fine. As Tech has won a throw in here. The fans did not like that one. Morgan beat for pace. Has defended well all game, but he might need a car or a truck to keep up with someone as fast as Amoko there, who touched it past him down the line and was subsequently brought down from it. As Sidwell stands over this, he whips it in. And Jones there heads it down, and Fame Lyris heads it over the bar there. A great ball from Sidaway. To Jones at that 6-yard box. McMillan elected to stay on his line instead of coming out for it. The ball dipped down. Jones headed it down for Fame Lyris. It popped up high in the air off the turf, and he could not direct it on frame. As the Racers here will need to push some men forward, but that might leave them exposed more at the back, and a third would surely kill this game off. As Hansen there, a heavy touch, allows for McCarthy to clear. Ball goes all the way across the street. Giuini there is unable to find an option. But the Racers keep the ball here, and with 11 minutes and some change remaining, if they can find a goal in the next 2 to 3 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, they might be able to get themselves back into this game. They'd be down a goal with maybe 5 minutes to go and would have time to create 1, maybe 2 more good chances, but they have to start creating. They've done well to keep possession, but a slip there from Hansen loses the ball. Coleman tries to find Fame Lyris, his fellow freshman, up the field, but Skelton does well to defend. Plays it up, and McCarthy will clear out a play for a throw-in. As the Racers now, it is do or die. Vasquez now on that far side. Looks for McCauley. Tornay does well to intercept, and Harris will clear, but Skelton wins. Up to Echevarria. Tornay, once again, another clearance. Has done well defensively. And Amoko tries to get past Morgan. Can he get that ball after the touch? Bygri does very well to get across as Morgan was beat. Tenorio will pump it up the field, and Skelton another header there to Tadic with Jones on him. Giuini drops in now. Plays the 1-2 there with Hansen and receives the ball back. But a poor ball there. Sidaway is able to win. Finds Jones into Mata now. Can Mata find an option? Flips it over to Jones now, who will find Tenorio and who can kind of settle play with now the last 10 minutes of the WHAC tournament here at Warrior Athletic Field. The 1-2 there between Mata and Amoko finds Famlaris in the middle, who cannot get on the end of it, and he fouls through the back of Skelton. The score 2-0 here. A wonderful goal in the first half from Luke Jones. The half volley from outside the box beat McMillan, who got a hand to it but could not keep it out. And Jackson Zimmerman, just about 5 to 7 minutes ago, leapt to the stars and scored a wonderful header at the back post after an absolute dime of a ball from Jonas Kallman. Made it 2-0 here. With just 9 minutes to go, Rosado has it. Will play short to Harris, who splits the defenders and finds Tornay. The Racers, who have worked so hard today, just starting to leave some space for the Warrior attackers as they have had to run around and press. Mata tries to find a Moko through. Morgan is able to do very well there and shield it out for a goal kick. Some more subs coming on for the Warriors. Jonas Kallman leaves the field. A wonderful assist he had, like I said, on that second goal, as senior Jack Koshko from Michigan is in. A great defensive replacement there. Might not provide as much as Kallman going forward, but he is so good defensively, especially with his rapid speed. He can get back and help out win every single ball, and that will be great cover for McCarthy, who might have to step and win some of these balls that are pumped up the field. As Vasquez cannot bring it down there with McCarthy on his back. Harris will clear far up the field. Sidaway now down after the play. As the ball goes out on that far side, Koshko did well to get over and close down the angle. Another sub coming on for the Warriors. Famlaris checks out Noe Garcia back in after his momentary rest. But Bygri there beats him to the ball. Harris now plays a great ball out to Amoko, but he cannot bring it down. Elects to go with the head, and it fizzes just past him. Morgan now with a throw in. 7 minutes remain, and they have to find a way to get 2 balls in the back of the net. As a high boot there is called on Echevarria, Tenorio did well to shield him off. Harris will be in no hurry to take this kick. He leaves it for Tenorio, who will drop it back to Harris. The WHAC Defensive Player of the Year has been so good, but so has almost all of these Warrior players. 16, 1-1. 9 out of the 14 all-conference players on this Indiana Tech Warrior side. As Harris again receives the ball, finds Tenorio, who underlaps in the middle, finds Mata now. Looks for Amoko out wide. Can he get there to the loose ball? McMillan out of the box. Will shield it out for a goal kick. As another sub here, Jackson Zimmerman, the goal scorer, the Fort Wayne local product, comes onto that midfield role. Brendan Sidaway, after a great 85 minutes, will check out. The ball's boomed up the field. McCarthy wins. But Skelton does as well on the rebound. Heads out wide. Koshko races to get there, and he does well to clear it out of bounds. And a ball like that, up 2-0 in the championship, despite him playing nobody, wastes just about 10 more seconds. Koshko once again will clear and relieve any pressure. As the Warriors drop back into their block, 5 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. The Racers have to go and have to go quick. As Bygre tries to slip one through, Harris will get on the end of it and clear up field. Morgan knocks it down to Echevarria with 3 defenders on him, finds Hansen. Back to Echevarria here, a little step over there. Looks for Hansen in the middle, Zimmerman able to get on it. Plays it wide to Garcia with Bygre and Morgan on him. Now under 5 minutes, finds Matza in the middle, and the Warriors can slow things down. They can go to the corner here if they'd like and waste some time. Just keep the ball, don't make any mistakes. And John Dunn's side will be back-to-back champions as Maxwell Amoko looks for the strike there. It is saved by McMillan. He spills it, but gets on the end of the second ball before Matza is able to clean up and possibly grab a third. That would surely do it here. Zimmerman there, a big win. Garcia is able to knock it down to Amoko with Morgan defending. Finds Matza in the middle. As the Racers must step to every single player and every single ball to win it back as soon as possible. Koshko now. Play it all the way back to Harris. A good decision to waste some more time. Rosado now picks it up to McCarthy as the Racers step forward. Vasquez in pursuit. Koshko splits the defenders. Finds Matza, who finds Jones now in the middle. Tornay to Tenorio. To Amoko in no hurry to go forward. Finds Jones in the middle with Hansen on him. Tenorio, a good turn there. Can he find somebody? Cannot get past Bygre, who has done well all game to defend. Echevarria eventually dribbles out of play here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. The Warriors are feeling this. Already the regular season champions. The #1 seed. They have hosted the whole entire tournament. And they are 3 minutes and 20 seconds away from lifting the trophy here at home in front of a packed crowd. As Luke Jones, the first goal scorer who got things underway today, checks out. Ryan Steele in to close things up on that far side. Garcia in the corner. Loses out to Morgan. Echevarria now will try to get up the field, but the ball only goes as far as Tornay, who cannot keep it. Giuini on that far side with Steele racing to get there. Clips it over the top, but McCarthy's there, knocks it down to Koshko, finds Zimmerman in the middle, and the Warriors eliminate any pressure. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Amoko, who has been very impressive since he came back in. Glad to see he's doing well after that injury to that right shoulder earlier. As Garcia is able to keep the ball here. Can he score the third? He does! It's 3-0, and that will do it. No way, Garcia, his 18th goal of the season. The WHAC Offensive Player of the Year. What a year he has had. And the Indiana Tech Warriors, barring a catastrophic final 2 minutes and 36 seconds, will be your WHAC tournament champions for 2 years in a row. No way, Garcia picked up the loose ball there. The Racer players, a bit of a miscommunication in the back, and it's very unfortunate for Skelton and Bygre. McMillan also in net. They've had such a good game, but the score line says otherwise. 3-0 here, but they can still hang their heads high. The 2 seed in the WHAC tournament advanced all the way to the finals. They did so well today, especially in many parts of that first half, and even a few chances in the start of the second half there. If they would have been able to clip that 1v1 past Rosado, it would have made it 1-1, but chances like that you cannot convert. Ultimately will kill you in the end, as Echevarria will look for it out wide here. Matza checks out Jose Uvita in the senior. Echevarria trying to get past Tenorio and Harris. He cannot. Tornay there to clean it up, and The final few minutes here, 2:15 left. Uvita with his first touch in the second half finds Tenario out wide. As Macaulay racing around trying to get this ball back, and you got to give credit to these UNOH players. They have worked so hard today, and the scoreline says otherwise, but it's been a very competitive, very close game for many parts of it. It's been so open, and if they could have converted a few of their chances or had a few of those free kicks result in better opportunities, it would be a completely different game at the moment, but that's the difference right there. A wonderful solo effort from Luke Jones. The volley from outside the box made it 1. Zimmerman, the header at the back post with about 15 minutes to go, made it 2, and No Way Garcia scoring his 18th goal of the season, showing why he has won the WHAC Offensive Player of the Year. Has been such a wonderful, wonderful player all year. Scored the 3rd there after a bit of a mistake in the back, a giveaway by Skelton, and closed the door as Harris here with a minute remaining can clean up. The Warriors, barring a goal here, will complete the tournament with a 5-0 win, a 4-0 win, and a 3-0 win. 3 clean sheets, very impressive for the whole team, including goalkeeper Edwin Rosado. Got to be very happy for him. He's had a great tournament so far. Made some good saves today. As Uvita there tries to skip past Skelton, is brought down and boots the ball away afterwards. Just 30 seconds remain. This ball might not even go back in play, but that will do it here. Tornay set over it, the senior and the captain for most of the season when Harris was absent, who filled in so well for the defender who was named the WHAC Defensive Player of the Year. Just 10 seconds remain. Harris clips it towards the goal. The ball goes out of play, but none of that will matter. The Indiana Tech Warriors have done it. A wonderful 3-0 win here, and they are back-to-back WHAC champions, both regular season and tournament champions. They have done it. A great accomplishment for John Dunn, who has done such a great job with this program. I'd like to give a quick shout out to assistant coach Cisco at home in Brazil. Hope all is well, and congratulations on becoming a champion in your first year here. I'm sure you're so proud of the boys, and they wish you were here to help out and celebrate, but I'm sure you'll be on a quick FaceTime with many of the guys, especially the Brazilians. And it's been such a great tournament here at Indiana Tech. Hosted all 3 games. A great final round game versus the Racers, who you can only applaud for the effort and energy they brought today. Such a competitive game. 2 late goals make the scoreline say otherwise, but they played so well, and the UNOH fans have a lot to be proud of in their team, who showed out very well and brought a great atmosphere here to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So players are applauded by the fans here on this near side. We will have the player awards, possibly a trophy presentation here, but the celebrations are underway here in Fort Wayne as the Indiana Tech Warriors are back-to-back WHAC champions under Coach John Dunn. A wonderful achievement. And there's no place to do it better than in front of your home crowd. But stick around for the player awards. They will be doing those shortly here at the table. It's been a great opportunity and evening to commentate the whole entire tournament and today's championship match. Thank you for tuning in all around the world and supporting your wonderful Indiana Tech players, and hopefully you will do so when nationals start next Thursday. The semifinal matches will be on Thursday. There will be 2 matches back-to-back that day, and then the finals, the winners of that, will be on that Saturday, the 22nd and 24th of April. So the celebrations today, but tomorrow the Warriors will be back to business as they look to tread on and go far into the national tournament. But a wonderful 3-0 win here will end the day for the Warriors, who are back-to-back WHAC champions. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you next Thursday.